Let's look at what's the underlying cost structure for running your open data program. The first cost I'm going to talk about is the infrastructure cost or the platform cost. Since you have to run an open data portal along with other integration tools you need for discussion forums or um, or form creating forms and things like that, there's definitely a cost to it. So infrastructure cost is the main cost. And the second one, it comes to the people aspect of it. Your open data team needs to be funded for the continual uh, running of your open data program. So that's the another important cost. The third one is your marketing budget. Since you're using all your customer segment and utilizing a wide range of channels to create awareness about your open data program, along with advertising about your success stories, definitely a marketing budget is needed. And also some of the data acquisition cost. This might be relevant. This can be observed in other budget bits of your other departments. So there's a bit of a data acquisition cost associated with publishing the data as well. Um, Apart from that, you can also there will be like some other miscellaneous cost attached to having a legal MOUs or consulting with your lawyers for your legal frameworks and other things obviously adds up. The other aspect is also when you do a lot of channel innovation or when you do a lot of customer segmentation, you'll be procuring some kind of a SaaS tool that helps with your open data program. So in make sure that cost adds up, and this is and it comes to a a manageable level where you can actually get funding from. Some of the strategic plan you can do in this cost aspect is having some kind of a recurring funding for an open data program is very, very essential. So ensuring you talk to the key stakeholders or some kind of agencies or foundation or institute where they can actually give some kind of funding to your program in addition to what you get from your public sector agencies definitely will strengthen um, the strengthen your good um, financial health for your open data program. Since I talked about the open data program in a broader sense, having a good a framework to measure how this open data program produces value for the society is very, very important. Make sure when you build this kind of open data value measurement framework, you outsource it or you put it on the public domain so that people can actually comment and then probably improvise on that framework. Focus on how we can actually measure return on investment. Since most of the open data program is an enabler for many of the economic activities or innovation activities around the society, having good kind of a methodology to measure return on investments will help you to go to all these lawmakers or the politicians to get funding for your open data program. Measure along with that, you can also measure the social awareness. If you go and talk to a lot of people in the world or citizens of the world, and you talk about open data, they've never had they never would have heard about it. But having said that, they would have used a lot of apps which uses open data under the hood. So creating some kind of a social awareness or measuring that social awareness is fundamental to ensure that spending of the public money is utilized to the maximum extent. The other aspect I want to talk about is the revenue stream. Look, even though revenue streams is in the business model innovation canvas, if you're trying to generate revenue from your open data program, I think it violates a lot of principles of the open data itself and the core value system itself. As I said earlier, the main aim of this open data program is to bring transparencies and innovation and more importantly build trust into the government operations. There's no funding, there's no some kind of a revenue you can actually generate. If you're trying to generate some kind of a commercial revenue, please don't call it as an open data because it just violates the basic principles of open data itself. Having said that, the open data program can definitely propel a lot of economic activities. I've given a lot of examples in my previous talks, so it can definitely boost a lot of economic activities and also propel a lot of innovation in the community. So let's not focus on the revenue streams. Let's focus on getting a recurring investment for your open data program, and more importantly, focus on the benefits for the community. If you are The open data program has to be citizen centric and people centric. If you're not solving a lot of society problems or civic problems using the open data, utilizing the capabilities of your the whole community and the ecosystem of open data, then you're not utilizing it to the maximum extent, or you're doing something fundamentally wrong. It has to be very, very focused on citizens, and it should benefit the people for good. Thank you very much.